Train from Warri to Itakpe derails. Amongst many other bad news in the last 1 week, I keep on praying may Nigeria never happen to me because I cannot imagine being a passenger on a derailed train. We thank God for all 148 passengers who were unhurt. But the anxiety, trauma, and fear of being attacked in the middle of nowhere, that's just too much of a risk. We just lost passengers last year on the Abuja-Kaduna route and passengers kidnapped in the Edo train station. So much insecurity and confusion on this our refurbished infrastructure. What are other countries doing that we refuse to emulate? But as is our norm here, we will pray. The government will make excuses, blame everyone else except themselves. The matter will become politicized with supporters of the political party in power telling us it happens everywhere else in the world, or opponents will say it is incompetence of government agencies to reduce these happenstances to the barest minimum. I've spoken about these refurbished locomotive trains and the billions in borrowed money we used for them many times in the past. May China not happen to Nigeria, and how safety measures weren't built into the system from the beginning. You want to install old refurbished trains, yet you wanted a security budget for them approved differently. How? Why? And Minister of Transportation shrugged during the terror attack on the Abuja-Kaduna train last year, like the abductions could have been prevented if only they'd been allowed to spend extra on securing the tracks. Shouldn't that have been a part of the entire project from scratch? A few people suspected sabotage, suggesting people stole parts of the rail tracks. Hence their suggestions that the tracks be electric tracks. Some others were thankful that the tracks weren't electric, which may have electrocuted passengers. I ask, why does everything Nigerian have to be complicated? We're not the only multi-ethnic or multiracial country in the world. Where's the Nigerian dream? Some people are already suggesting that if a new party gets into government, the old establishment will frustrate them. Meaning, like Chibok abductions were used to bring down the Jonathan government, some people may actually sabotage government policies and initiatives just to say, I told you so. This your new president doesn't have the capacity to lead effectively. I shudder. Does that mean Nigeria, as constituted, may never succeed? Several analysts have predicted this, that the current constitution, even though amended, cannot bring development, as different segments of the country want different things. Will restructuring help? So each state can develop at its own pace. Wouldn't that mean many Nigerians will migrate to the states doing well, overburdening such states? Pretty much close to what we see now, with many migrating to the big cities from our rural areas to get a better life. Will Nigeria ever succeed? I know she will. We must agree, and we have to start with a government that will lead the conversation. Don't sell your votes. Every single vote counts. If some people want to be led by religious tenets, let them agree. If others want to be led by justice, equity, and fairness, we shouldn't impose religion on them. Have you collected your PVC? This is the last week to do so. Please check the INEC portal now to be sure that you're not a ghost voter and educate yourself and people around you on how to cast valid votes. What's with our senators voting against the use of biometric machines 1 month to elections? Do these people want the best for Nigeria, or it has to always be about them? For the first time in Nigeria's history, we're going to use machines to prevent and reduce rigging. And a few people who have perpetuated themselves in government are opposing the idea. Nigerians have tolerated Nigerian politicians for far too long. They no longer know that they are public servants. They believe they are our parents because of their ages and the ages of their ideas. 2023 is a turning point for Nigeria. It's not the time to sit on the fence or think politics is not your business. If you're 18 years today, you'll be 26 in another 8 years. Nigeria's next leader will definitely impact your life. It is therefore very important to get involved. It may seem like we've rolled back 40 years in terms of development, yet now is the right time to jumpstart Nigeria and move her forward speedily. There's no time for entitled politicians, selfish leaders, nor a docile citizenry. Nigeria will succeed. You and I will succeed in 2023.